Hello, Robert again, and I wanted to talk about another example of doing a project inside of Maya. Now, last time I did a video, I gave an example of a character that I made, and this time I wanted to show an example of not only of a character but also the interior of a home and everything that would be contained inside of a home. And I wanted to talk a little bit about the proper naming conventions and how important it is, because once you start applying textures or you start applying lighting, you want to be able to locate your objects quickly. So if I bring this up, I already have Maya open, and what you're going to get here is you're going to get the inside of a house. Now I've turned the ceiling. I turned the visibility off on that, and here, of course, this is the default view, and you can see all your views depending on which camera you're going to look in through. So I want to put it in perspective, and I want to get a look at it. Now this is just a simple house. I did not create anything in this animation, or not animation, in this models. I didn't create nothing. Someone else did, but I wanted to use this as an example. This was actually part of a project that we were supposed to shade and set up lighting, and I just wanted to show this on how important. If you notice that the in the background there's a pot that's highlighted, and you notice that when I click on the pot, well, let me click on something else. But if I click back on the pot, you see right here it says pot. Everything is properly labeled. If I click there, it's going to tell me that it's a table. This is going to tell me that it's a light stand. Even the walls, the archway, and there you go, the living room to the kitchen wall, the floor, every single thing in here is labeled. The chimney bottom. It's very, very important that proper naming conventions are applied even when you're doing something like this, not just when you're labeling files. Now let's get a different look on a different part of the house. This is a top view. Now this, since there's so many polygons in here, let me see how many polygons are in this. Let me grab them, and I'll be able to tell you. This model and everything that's in it has 488,000 triangles. So this is very polygon heavy, very, very polygon heavy. I am actually using a computer that has two graphics cards, so it won't chug, because then it starts to eat up at your RAM and your power, and it just makes it difficult. So if you try to make something, if you try to do something like this and you don't have the right equipment, it'll start to chug on you and start to slow down, and it just makes it aggravating. But here's a couple of views here. Here we go. Here you have your TV. There's a lampshade. Here's your couch. Back support. There you go. Back cushion. Every single thing that you see in here, every single thing that you see in here, including books. I mean, there's books back here. And if you see that every single individual book, let me zoom in there. This is actually fairly simple to create, because once you create one, then you just copy it. Command G will make a copy. But every single thing in here started off as this right here. Let me show you an example. I think I already showed an example before, but I'll give another example on how every single thing in here was created. So I'm going to create polygon primitive, and we go cube, and then I just want to get the settings here because I noticed the settings would set different. Reset it and make sure that all the settings here. Okay, I'm happy with that now. Now we create the, and now we create a cube. Let me get that out of the way. Let me just get this cube, and now move the cube alone. Everything started as this, just as a cube. Now I can apply different types of tools, and I can change, and just by doing simple things like this, grabbing different handles, I can change it and do different things. Move it out of the way. I can move it up. I can move it back and forth. I can rotate around it so I can look. Of course, use different tools, and where is the extrude? I believe that's extrude. There we go. And with a tool like this, now I can go up and I can create some more, or I can change. Let me see here. I'm going to use this and do something like this. If you notice, then I just keep that face highlighted and then click extrude again. I didn't do it. Let me hit extrude and then we'll do it again. I'm trying to hit this handle here. Here we go. And we do the same thing again. And you just continue, and you can continue doing this. And eventually, of course, you use references. You want to get pictures. But like I said, that's just an example. And this, you go from this here, and you create anything in here. Of course, like let's give an example here, like this lamp over here. Let me zoom in there. First of all, let me take this over here and just delete that whole thing and delete it out of here. Oh, I forgot to do object mode. There we go. Now delete it. Let me give an example on how simple this is. Now I don't have a reference, so I'm not gonna be able to do it, but I'll give you a quick example. Like this lampshade here. This lampshade was created using this view right here. I'm gonna go in the front. I'm gonna go here. Oh, I've got a camera turned on in here. Okay, but anyways, you use the front view, and then you import your picture, and then you take you want to create here, and what you do on that is you create a CV curve tool. You use that, and then you just trace around one half of it. You trace around it, and then when you're done, you click create, and then it'll create the shape around it, and then you do something like this over here, where you mirror geometry, and then it'll create a complete circle, or a complete what's the word I'm looking for? A mirror image of what you create. And that's the way you basically draw almost everything in there. You want to draw just half of it, and then you just click this mirror geometry, and then you will you move along faster. But anyways, I just wanted to talk about that real quick, because I just had it on my mind, and we were talking about naming conventions, and I just wanted to give another example other than the model that I had created. But anyways, thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time. Thank you.